Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and today we're looking at Grand Theft Auto 5 on Xbox Series X. So this one has 3 different modes. It has a ray tracing mode, it has a performance ray tracing mode, and then it has the performance mode. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna look at this. Okay, right now we're on Fidelity. Then you have Performance RT, and then you have Performance. So we're going to go ahead and look at Performance RT and see how that looks. So playing this on a 4K TV, this one here does definitely have some lower resolution. I cannot outline, I can't guarantee that it is not using checkerboard rendering. It kind of feels like it is kind of like an upscaled image, because when you're outside you're essentially getting the same amount of you're getting, it doesn't feel like you're losing any resolution whatsoever. Now obviously it's nighttime. I'm gonna go in here and try to sleep and see if it will go to daytime. So we're gonna go ahead and rest a little bit, and then okay. So yeah, that's fine. All right. Hopefully it's daytime now, so that we can see better. Oh wait, look, is that a mirror? All right. So I don't know if it's like. All right, let's see. Settings, display, performance. Yeah, reflection's still there. But as you can see, you're not really losing any of the things. So we're gonna stay with Performance RT, and we're gonna go outside in the morning. So I mean, essentially, I don't feel like you're losing too much resolution when you switch from performance to Performance RT. Like, let me show you. Display, we're going to go back to performance mode. I kind of feel like even on my 4K TV, it does look a little bit softer than the Fidelity mode. But I feel like all of them are. So let me just show you Fidelity mode. I know. It's not like you can really tell, but I feel like you can kind of tell, because in Fidelity mode you get like the maximum ultimate freaking shadows. Now I guess you could say this is 30 frames a second, but I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like it does, but it doesn't feel 30 frames a second. Like it feels pretty smooth. It feels smooth. Now as you walk down the street, like the resolution on the 4K TV looks amazing in this mode. And the smoothness of everything feels really good. Now, you definitely get like this, if you like pan the camera down, like out in the background, it'll kind of blur out, but then right when you refocus again, it's nice and right there. I mean, gosh, there's just so much detail in this. The different shades of freaking blacktop just looks so good. This is probably one of my favorite games when it comes to like the actual blacktop detail, the road, the tarmac detail. Like that just looks so good. The concrete looks pretty good. You know, you look at this sign, you know, the sharp outlines of all the just the side of this, the detail on the side of this, you know, the litter, everything just, it looks, It looks really good. I can't believe how good this actually looks and holds up. How nice the upscale is on this. Okay, so what we were gonna do, because this here should have ray tracing in this mode as well, because it's the Fidelity mode. Now, whenever you get by a window or something, it doesn't appear to have any ray tracing in those. Let's go ahead and run across the road here. I'm gonna try not to like click the button to do like a fast run or anything like that. I just so I mean, as you can see, like Fidelity mode feels pretty decent. The character quality feels like it's been greatly enhanced. Like greatly enhanced. I mean, even the skin tone on her legs and arms looks so much better than it used to. It kind of used to feel like it had like a plasticky look. Okay, I wish I could just. Okay, I can't fast forward that. Let's see, get over here and you look at this, the artwork on the side of that. I mean, just the better shading and everything in here. It looks more natural. Like things just look like they. Oh gosh, this woman's gonna follow me around now. I don't want to drive the tow truck right now, lady. Leave me alone. Okay, look at this grass on the side of this right here. My gosh, that looks so much better than it used to. I mean, this game is just this update definitely transforms this. It looks much better than. Oh my gosh, I just want to run away from her as far as I can get. Alright, let's see. Did I lose her? Oh no, she's still behind me. Oh wait, I know how to get rid of her. Let's see if I can just run across the road and get her hit by a car. No, I'm just joking. I forgot, man, if you talk to her, she's going to want you to go and do the little tow truck thing. I don't mind doing it, but I'm not in the mood to do it right this minute. Oh my goodness. You think her legs would get tired by now. Okay, yeah, I don't really care if she follows me. Whatever. We're just going over here. I need to get a vehicle. That's what I need to do. Wow, she's definitely going to follow me. Let's go down here. I mean, this looks really, really good because the textures look really clean. So it's like, ooh, dang, that looks good. So while we're here, let's go back to the performance mode, and then that will give us our solid 60 frames a second. Yeah, I mean, like, you can definitely see more vegetation everywhere, but it looks like it's growing in now. The vegetation looks like it grows in right as you're running towards it. I mean, not a bad thing, but definitely honestly, I kind of think that looks pretty cool when you see like vegetation just like start growing in like that. It's pretty funny. 60 frames a second, man, feels so much better on this game. And it's funny, you know, because this here is technically a PlayStation 3 and 4 game, and I mean, upgrade wise, this is looking pretty decent. No, I don't. No, don't make me do that. My gosh, it's gonna ruin my life if I have to wait for that thing. Oh my goodness. Here, let's just get this car right here. Oh gosh. So yeah, now we're in a car. We're gonna go ahead and get driving out here on the road. So 60 frames a second feels so buttery smooth on this. It's not even funny. It just feels so much better. You do lose a little. I don't know. I think you just lose like a little bit of like the. I don't necessarily think resolution is dropping as much as I do. You know, like texture detail, maybe geometry, stuff like that. Just stuff that like you will notice, but then you won't notice. You definitely get more pop in. For sure, you can see things popping in the distance now a lot more as you're in the performance mode. Performance RT mode, you're not really losing anything like that. I want to go check out somewhere that's going to give us some decent ray tracing. Oh gosh, that looked so cool. The way those tires moved, that was pretty freaking cool. Alright, so we're in the performance mode right now. Let's go to performance RT and we will check that out on that. Performance RT. Yeah, I mean, it's like the exact same resolution you were just getting. Maybe even, but now you got, oh, maybe the car does have reflections on it. Is that what we're seeing? I don't know. Let's see. I mean, you can tell that there's kind of reflections on the bodies of the cars. But I've tried running in front of like windows on stores and stuff to see if those have the ray tracing on them, and I'm not seeing my characters. I'm not seeing like my my character's reflection in any of the like building windows or anything when I drive by. Let's see on this bus. Nope. Didn't see no reflection. I'm really not trying to do a lot of driving around because, I mean, obviously, ooh boy. See, look at the side of this. Like, look at the detail in the rock faces and everything. That looks pretty good. You get out here a little ways. Tree detail looks pretty good now. I mean, this is a much better experience than it was on PlayStation 4 and 3 and Xbox One for sure. I don't think those ever even got mid-gen console refresh updates, because then they would have been like, oh man, we have to give those ones away for free. So like, yeah, we'll just wait for the next gen and then we'll upgrade that. So I was taking some pictures over here and I uploaded those to Twitter or whatever. So let's see, we got glass right here that should give us some sort of reflection. Gosh, get out of my freaking way, lady. Okay, yeah, you're not getting a reflection from him on the glass or anything. Let's try Let's try the let's try Fidelity. Wow. Just look how much freaking better that gets. Okay, come out here. Let's see if we got a reflection on anything now. Oh yeah, there we go. Some reflection on the car. Okay, you got the overpass right there. You can kind of see a little bit of reflection on that. I don't know if it's like the reflections that you're getting in the ray tracing, or because once you turn on the fidelity mode, it's like the shadowing gets a lot better. Like shadows look better, especially on like the character shadow. It looks more realistic. The shadowing, I think it's like ray trace shadows. I don't necessarily think it's ray traced. I don't think it's ray traced reflections, to be completely honest with you. I mean, like, let's go over here and look at these shiny cars. I mean, well, maybe. I mean, if it is ray trace reflections, they are not the world's greatest reflections. I don't know. Oh, that's screen space, maybe. I mean, you can see like the boat rack in that car, but you cannot see your character's reflection. You can see that overpass in it, and it does move with the car, so maybe it's like really high quality. I mean, I don't know, man. You can see it in the windshield too now. I don't know if that you would. Yeah, you would think that if it was ray tracing, it would be a little bit better, but like shadowing kind of looks better. Let me look at this car. I mean, we're in a shadow and walk out. The shadow looks pretty. I think it's shadows. Look underneath that bench. Those shadows look really good under that. And the vegetation up here. Shadows look good. Well, they react to my character. No way, man. That's weird. Let's see over here. Well, look, there's some reflection in that window behind there. See if it's picking up any of the cars that are driving by. Okay, nope, definitely not doing cars. Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you if it's a ray trace shadow or 100%. It does not look like you're getting. The only place where I thought I was really getting like ray tracing reflections was when I was in the car dealer in the beginning. Well, I don't know, man. Look at this. Like, look at that interior. My goodness. That makes me just want to drive this car. Just how good that interior looks through that sunroof and everything. That looks pretty good. My gosh. There is some pretty high quality stuff in here. Just doesn't feel like it's yeah, I feel like it's like ray trace shadows and maybe global illumination. I don't necessarily think it's got actual freaking ray traced reflections. I don't know. I mean, look at these yellow lines on the back of the car. Let's see, is it going to pick up the truck behind me? in the reflection. No, it doesn't look like it. Does not look like we're getting. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're getting 100% ray trace. Well, I don't know. I don't know. This one's really tough. If it's got really good ray tracing or not, I'm having a hard time finding it. I mean, I'm getting the lines on the road to show up in the paint of the car, but I'm not getting any of these other cars to show up in the paint. We're going to go ahead and take the bridge. And this was the Fidelity mode, so this one here is technically running at 30 frames a second. I think. I mean, it might be higher. Alright, let's see. We're in a dark thing. We do have those lights. That might be ray trace. I don't know. I would really like to know what the ray tracing is on this game, because it does say it has ray tracing, but I would really like to know how it's implemented, because I'm not seeing like a really high quality ray tracing, but you know, global illumination looks a lot better. Lighting in this game looks better. The HDR support, you do get Dolby Vision on Series X, as well as I don't know, man. Like, this just looks like a much better experience. You get off here into the dirt, and it looks like a much better experience. Feels like there's definitely better vegetation in this game. It looks more realistic. Let's get down here. Whoa. See how this looks. Alright, look. There's some reflections out there on the water. Let's see how that stuff. Okay, either it's is it turning with the camera or not? Let's get over here and look at it a little better. Well, you know what? Maybe reflections on the water surface. Maybe it's not doing like everything else. Maybe it's just doing the water. Let's get up here a little bit. I mean, visual wise, this game holds up really, really well for the update that it got. This is probably the definitive way to play this. I'm actually pretty happy with the Series S version, to be completely honest with you. That one there, I put that one on the 4K TV, and the Fidelity mode looks pretty freaking good on that TV. So you kind of get a little bit of blur in these textures out here. I mean, but that looks so good now. That just looks so much better. Let's look at this tree over here. See the texture of this tree. Dang. These actually hold up pretty dang good. But that blur, that blurry texture all right in there, my goodness. Wish I would have had nice texture out here on everything too. I mean, they kind of look okay from a distance. Like, the textures look really good in this view right here. See if the fruit physics are, yeah, I guess it does have fruit physics. They are moving. So, yeah, so the biggest update for this is obviously the resolution. The Dolby Vision looks amazing. You do get higher quality textures, better anastrophic filtering. It looks like you might be getting some sort of ray trace reflections in here. Not that though. See that? There's definitely a screen space thing. But maybe the rest of that is ray traced. I don't know, man. Ray tracing is pretty hard to find in here. I'm thinking more along the lines of shadows and global illumination, to be completely honest with you. That's basically what it looks like to me. So, yeah, there you go, man. That's Grand Theft Auto on the Xbox Series X. If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.